3,200 years ago, you're a merchant captain. Your ship is loaded with grain from Egypt. You're sailing to Ugarit, one of the wealthiest ports in the world. You've made this journey dozens of times, but as you enter the harbor, everything is wrong. The docks are silent, no workers, no other ships. You walk through the empty streets to the palace. It's still warm from a recent fire. Half buried in ash, you find a clay tablet, the last message this city ever sent. It reads, "Enemy ships are at sea. Our troops are deployed. We are alone. Send help immediately." No help ever came. Ugarit was gone, within months completely abandoned, and Ugarit wasn't alone. Within 50 years, every major civilization across the eastern Mediterranean collapsed. The Mycenaeans, the Hittites, dozens of cities, all gone. Historians call this the Bronze Age collapse. But what they don't tell you is what happened next. Because the survivors, scattered across the ruins, accidentally built something that would change human history forever. Let's go back 50 years before the collapse. 1250 BC, the Bronze Age. The eastern Mediterranean was the center of civilization. Mycenaean Greece, the Hittite Empire, the wealth of Egypt, trading cities like Ugarit. But here's what made it revolutionary. They were deeply interconnected. Kings exchanged letters. Trade ships crisscrossed the sea. Copper from Cyprus, tin from Afghanistan, grain from Egypt. This was Bronze Age globalization, and it had a fatal flaw: interdependence. Because bronze required two ingredients, copper and tin, from different corners of the map. If one trade route broke, you couldn't make bronze. No bronze meant no weapons, no tools, no economy. The entire system was one disruption from catastrophe. And around 1200 BC, 3 disruptions hit at once. 1. Climate collapse. The worst drought in 1,000 years. Harvests failed. Famine spread. 2. Earthquakes. Massive seismic activity. Cities built for centuries were reduced to rubble. 3. The Sea Peoples. Mysterious raiders, likely desperate refugees, assaulting the coasts. Any one disaster, a civilization could survive. All 3 at once, catastrophic. The collapse happened fast. 1190 BC, the Hittite capital, Hattusa, burns. A 400-year empire gone. 1180 BC, Ugarit is destroyed. That desperate message is never answered. 1177 BC, the Sea Peoples invade Egypt. Pharaoh Ramesses III defeats them, but Egypt is left weakened and bankrupt. 1150 BC, the Mycenaean palaces are abandoned. Their writing system, Linear B, disappears for 3,000 years. The trade network is dead. Bronze production impossible. Within 50 years, the Bronze Age world vanished. The aftermath was a dark age. In Greece, 75% of settlements disappeared. Writing vanished for centuries. The economy regressed to subsistence farming. Knowledge survived only in memory and song. But in that darkness, something remarkable was happening. The survivors were adapting, and their solutions, forged in desperation, created the modern world. First, they entered the Iron Age, not by choice. Bronze was impossible without trade, but iron ore was local. A village blacksmith could forge weapons. Warfare was democratized. The age of bronze-hoarding god-kings was over. Politically, without palaces, communities had to govern themselves. Councils, elder assemblies. The radical seed that power could come from the people. Commercially, the Phoenicians rebuilt trade differently. Small, flexible city-states. No empires. Just resilient maritime networks. And they perfected a revolutionary tool, the alphabet. 22 simple letters. Anyone could learn it. The Greeks borrowed it. The Romans borrowed it from them. The letters you are reading right now are its descendants. Most profound was memory. For centuries, Greece had no writing, but traveling bards sang epic poems of a lost golden age, tales of Achilles, Odysseus, and Troy. These weren't just myths, they were memories. Memories of the Bronze Age, filtered through oral tradition, became the Iliad and the Odyssey, the foundation of Western literature. By 1000 BC, the Mediterranean was reborn, transformed. Greece emerged with independent, competitive city-states. They adopted the alphabet, experimented with governance, and by 500 BC, Athens developed democracy. The Romans studied this history. They learned the lesson. Don't build a system so fragile that one break causes total collapse. Build with redundancy. Adapt. Survive. The Bronze Age, collapse killed empires, but it didn't kill people. The iron tools forged in desperation built new economies. The stories sung in darkness shaped our culture. The communities that learned to thrive without kings planted the seeds of democracy. History didn't end in 1177 BC. It transformed, because collapse isn't just destruction, it's rebirth. Every ending carries the seeds of what comes next.